Hello, I'm recording from my car because I had a busy day than expected, but I wanted to get this video out. So sorry if the quality sucks. It's supposed to deal with. Anyways, I am back playing Siege again. If you didn't know, I would imagine you did if you clicked on the video, but whatever. I just want to make this video talk about why, because I basically haven't existed for the last 2 years on Twitter or anything. So it seems kind of weird that all of a sudden I'm back. And I just want to clarify things and also talk about I guess going forward, what I'm gonna do differently. Damn, the steering wheel kind of sucks, it's in it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so this video isn't gonna be very edited. It's also gonna be random because I'm literally in a parking lot doing this. Yeah, so I just wanted this to be off the top of the head. And yeah, I'll try to timestamp what I can below, so that way you can just skip around, because I don't know how long this is going to be. Yeah, so after quitting in April 2023, I believe is when I quit, I played Valorant for another month, just ranked and stuff. I wasn't really doing scrim. I did a few scrims, but it wasn't serious. It was just to scrim and see what that was like. I then decided that I really didn't like Valorant either. And at that point, I just kind of thought video games aren't for me anymore. I just thought I should move on to do something different. So I enrolled at a community college and I started going to school there. I started working out and I started tutoring, and that was basically my life. I didn't for that summer, I think I played video games, but then once August hit, it was just school, working out, tutoring, rinse and repeat every day. And I did that all the way until basically both semesters. So I got through fall and spring, and I did it in the summer. So basically all the way until from August 2023 to August 2024, I was literally just doing that. And I never thought about playing or doing really anything. I really wasn't even on Twitter a lot. I didn't really talk to any of my friends from online that whole time. Oh no, not until the spring. So I literally did disappear for 8 months. And part of it was I felt very weird still being online, even just talking to people when I wasn't interested in that any playing games or doing anything. So I felt I don't know, an outcast, I guess. I felt it felt weird for me talking to people when I didn't care about the things I used to. And I also didn't really know, Siege was such a big part of my life and video games in general that when I removed that completely, I had so much time I didn't really know what to do with it. And so I always felt weird trying to talk to those people and say oh yeah, this is what I'm doing, because I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just I said, I was just lifting, tutoring, and school, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't really know what to do for fun, what I even enjoyed. I didn't really have hobbies during that time. It was basically just working out with my hobby. So it always felt weird trying to talk to people and updating them. So that's kind of why I didn't really say anything ever during this time. And then at some point during the fall, I applied for schools. In the spring I got in. So then I got into UNC Chapel Hill, which is where I'm at now studying. And I was going into the physics. I was a physics major. And yeah, so in the summer hit, and I think I just played FIFA every now and then, Elden Ring. I don't really remember what I did during the summer of 2024, but school started in August, and it started well. The first 2 months went pretty well, and then some point in October was when I kind of got lost again, I guess I can call it. And I didn't know. At that point, I started to wonder if I wanted to do physics. At that point was when I kind of started thinking am I really going to do this for the rest of my life? Because when I played Siege, I know it's kind of weird to think about. I just thought I was going to play Siege until I was 30 and then coach, and then whatever money I made, I thought I would have enough to just work whatever job I wanted, just random jobs the rest of my life, whatever I wanted to do, and I'd be good. But this is the point where I was okay, well, if I'm not doing that, I'm gonna have to probably do something for the rest of my life. And so at that point, I didn't like my classes, and the people in the classes too, the professors, the people I used to go to for physics. I would go to colloquia, just meetings, or people would talk about physics, and like I wouldn't care. And it sucks saying that, because it's like physics is interesting to me, and I think it's interesting to a lot of people. It's just hard to understand, but I like really didn't care about what they were talking about. And this was when this was like October 2024, I guess. So I kind of got lost here, and I started doing like random stuff to try to find like, what do I want to do? So I was doing like, I went to like different physics meetings. I went to like philosophy meetings, because I like philosophy. I mean, if you know me, like I don't know, I say like weird quotes and stuff. So I was like going in like meetings like that, like trying to figure out like, is this what I want to do? I was looking into like writing. So like creative writing, just writing in general, was writing random stuff, reading random stuff. Yeah. And I kept, like I said, kept lifting, but with lifting, like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't have great genetics either. Like, to even like be anything, like, I don't think I could ever make money off of that. And I was just like, so what am I doing? So around like mid-October, I was kind of dead. Like, I was still going to class and like studying, obviously, and trying, but I wasn't like excited to wake up. I was just kind of like going through the motions. And I can't do that as a person. Like I just can't like exist. I need to be like doing something that excites me every day, that like really makes me want to get up and like go after it, no matter how big or small. Like, it just needs to get me up. So I had like no energy. I didn't know what to do. So I started training Muay Thai. If you don't know what that is, it's just like kickboxing. So I mean, you just think like UFC, I guess. So I started training that, because I literally did, like, I did not know what to do. So I went to a martial arts. I figured like maybe that'll help me. So then like we got into November, and like I was like even more dead. Like I would literally go to my park. Like, I would go to class, I would come home, and I would just like stare at the ceiling. I was not having a good time. And I made it through like the semester. I was still like trying random stuff, going to random clubs, talking to random people, like trying to find something. And in December, going into like the spring semester, I changed some classes, because I thought I was going to want to be like a writer. So I did like half, basically this semester, I'm doing like half physics classes, half writing. But then the semester started, and it was like the same thing. Like after, like it started like mid-January, and I was kind of dead again, like once February started. Around February, I also had my first fight for Muay Thai. So after like 3.5 months of training, I was 175, and I fought a guy at 195 who had 2 years experience. So obviously I got killed. But it was fun. I learned a lot about myself too, which was very helpful. And so then around this time, I was about to basically, it's like mid-February now. So I was about to basically just like go all in on fighting and just train to fight, because nothing else made me feel anything. Like, I literally just was walking through life. But like with fighting, like the training, the actual fighting, everything was very like, I don't know, engaging, I guess would be the word. I don't know, I guess mattered to me. I don't know. Yeah, so I was about to basically just have my whole day be like, once I'm done with school, like, I'm just fighting like all day long. And then I got a message from a friend on Twitter. So I was like, I haven't been tweeting a lot, but at least like now, like once school started the last year, I've been like on Twitter in group chats with my friends. I haven't really scrolled feeds, so like I don't ask me what's going on there. I don't know. But I've just been talking to friends in group chats. And so I had one of my friends message me like, hey, there's this qualifier coming up. I'm going to be playing in it, and I'm IGLing a team, and I want some advice if you have any for me. And so I was like, yeah, whatever. So like I gave him like advice. I don't even remember what I said, but I just gave him like whatever. And then he said like, can you look at some attacks I did? And I was like, sure. So he sent me a VOD of attacks. It was not against pro team. I guess no leaking. Like, I don't want anyone to think it's crazy like that. It was just like random T3 stuff. And so I looked at it, and again, all my free time at this point, like I'm putting into fighting. That day I didn't like train. Like I basically decided to just watch this VOD. I don't know why. I could not tell you why I did it, because I did not think I was gonna want to play Siege again. But I watched the VOD. I gave him like a full like pages of like notes for 2 maps, and then he basically said, okay, like you're coaching us. I was like, what? So then for like the next 3 days, I sat in there, scrimmed, and was like coaching basically. And I was like, after every night, I literally couldn't go to bed. I was like walking in my apartment, like trying to understand why I did this, because I didn't have a lot of free time. Like, it was all for fighting in school. And like, I randomly just like, yeah, I'll just coach, like coach some random T3 team. Like, it seemed weird to me. Like, I was confused why I was doing it. So I was like, I think there's something here. Like, I know he's my friend, but like, I don't think I would have just dropped anything to just do that. Like, I've historically been like, I don't know, you can ask my friends, like, they'll be playing some like random game and they'll be like, hey Gasher, come play. I'm like, no, I'm playing this. Like, I'm not like, I don't know, maybe I am a dickhead, but I'm not like a drop everything at the first sign of help and like just immediately go all in helping someone. At least, like, I don't know. That's how I feel, at least. But so I was confused, like trying to figure out like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I coaching? And it kind of hit me, like, because as during this time as well, like I said, I was fighting, but before I went all in fighting, I was looking at like other careers. So I was trying to like career narrow down to make sure that like, if I'm going to train fighting, like this is really what I want to do. So I had all this like different criteria and stuff. And after one of the nights, I was just like talking to myself, because like, that's just what I do. I don't know. And I said like a sentence. It was basically like, I want freedom. I know, what was it? I don't remember what I said. Maybe it was something like that. All I know is when I said it, like, something went off of my head where I was like, I have to play Siege again. Like, because it's there. And I kind of realized, like, everything I want, I think is in here. I don't know, maybe that'll change when I get older or something. I don't know. But there's a lot of things I think here that I want to do. Yeah. But we'll get to that later. For now though, sorry for the cut. My phone overheated. Also, I had to go to Great Clips to get a haircut, so because it's the only place open on Sunday. So I hope my shit's not like too fucked up. Anyway, I thought of the sentence I was thinking of earlier too. It wasn't so much freedom. It was more like I wanted a job where like there was always something to keep working toward. So it wasn't just like not like a dead end job or like anything like that. Like, I wanted to keep like improving and like having something where I could keep climbing. Yeah, I want to now talk about like the past, because I don't want to just come back and like, oh, it's just Gasher's back. Damn, my shit might be fucked up. Anyway, I want to talk about like the past and what I want to do differently, and that encompasses a lot of things. So firstly, as just a player, I feel like, I guess I'll talk about TSM a little bit. I don't really like who I was on TSM. I don't really know how much you guys have heard, so I guess I'll keep it, I don't know, I don't want to like air everything out, but I don't think I was a very good teammate. I didn't take criticism well. I was very argumentative. I didn't like, discuss well. I couldn't talk issues out. I didn't really want to compromise. I would pout, like if I didn't get my way, like I would just pout like a little kid. And yeah, I mean, I had good moments, obviously. Like, I don't think I was completely just like Satan's greatest soldier, but I definitely wasn't an angel. Damn, that hair is like really bothering me. And I don't want to be like that anymore. And I think part of that is the title of this video. I think I just needed to grow up, and I guess outgrow every direction. I think part of the reason I was like that was because I was joining a team. So I guess those of you who don't know, most teams I've ever been on, I always make. Like, even the one now, I made it, technically. So that was like the first time I guess maybe the second time I had really ever joined a team, which is weird to think about. That like basically the first team I joined was a pro team. Like, every other team I've been on, like, I've basically made. There was like an underage team with like iconic NJJ9 I was on, like I joined, but again, I had honestly, like looking back, the exact same problems. Like, I would argue with them a lot, I would pout, I would be angry about spots, and like I wouldn't discuss it in a way that makes any sense. I would just like lash out. And on TSM, it was like the same shit. And I kind of looked back at that, like, why did I do that? And I think part of the reason was, as a player at those points in my life, like Siege was all I had as like a person. Like outside of the game, like I was just playing more Siege. Like I had really nothing, to be just frank. Like I was just a Siege player. And I never really viewed myself as like a naturally great like mechanical player or anything like that. And so I think IGLing and leading was like the thing I felt like that held my ego together. Like, because I'm such a great leader, like this is why I'm able to be on teams. And so on both those teams, like I didn't need to just be the leader. Like I could be a leader, but I couldn't just be like the main guy, because it makes no sense. Like there's other players on the team that are intelligent and smart and can call and communicate, and you want everyone doing that. And so I think that kind of fucked with my head, and I think it made me just angry. And I, like, looking back, like I didn't know that, but I think that is what happened. And it's kind of silly because it's like on TSM, I think the first stage was like the highest rated sport player. I think Forrest was above me, and he was on like Ace and Maluzi. Like that's not support, actually, back then. Like I was on Therm Smoke. Like I played well. So clearly it's like I have other things to my game than just like calling. And so I think like it was just fucking stupid of me, just simply put. It didn't make sense to be so like angry and like just yelling and annoying. And so like on this team now and just going forward, like I mean, I'm trying to be much more relaxed. I think I'm laid back and like compromise. Like I'm not just saying do what I want, or I'm just gonna mute the whole scrim, or I'm gonna be angry, or don't want to be like that. And I want to just say that because like there's a lot of players that like keep playing and are toxic shitheads, or they retire, they come back and they're still pieces of ass, and I don't want to be one of them. And I want to make that clear that like I'm aware of how I was, and I don't want to be like that, simply put. I think that's kind of it for the TSM stuff. And then for like content creation, I want to do more stuff like this where I'm just like talking, because I like when I was a pro, I would stream, I upload TikToks, and I would do like weekly YouTube videos. I don't want to just do that. I want to be more than just like Siege content. Obviously I'm going to do Siege content. I like the game. You guys want to watch it, I think, hopefully. So yeah, but I want to do more stuff like this where it's like me. Like I feel like when I was a pro, I didn't really get myself out there. Like I didn't really let anyone into me. I would just stream and play games, get off. And I want to be more like a real person that like you guys get to know and I get to know you, and there's like a relationship. It's not just like I talk to a screen, you listen to a screen, and like we get off. Like I want to actually have something meaningful and actually help people, whether that's entertainment, whether that's like this where I'm just talking about all the failures I've had. Yeah, so if you have like anything that you would want from me, or I don't know, you can comment it, and like any suggestions anytime. Like I want to engage more, so I will be trying my best to do that. Yeah, so any help from you guys would be greatly appreciated, because like I can't do this without you. Like, and that kind of goes into the next time I talk about like all the like random streams I would do. Like there's so many people that would always be there, like, and I can't express how thankful I am and grateful that like you guys support me. Even like in my head, like I was a little shithead and yet you still supported me. And even my intermittent streams where I'm randomly in and out, like you guys are still there, you're still watching, you're still commenting. Like I'm so thankful for that, and it makes me very happy to know that there are people out in the world that I have actually impacted in a positive way. Not, you know, I'm sure there's people I've impacted negatively, but to see people actually like care about me and be happy that I'm here and doing things, like that really helps me. And I want to keep giving back to you guys. I want to make sure that like if you're gonna support me, I don't want to be an asshole. Like I want to be someone that deserves the support. So thank you for that. And there was something else I was gonna say. Now I forgot. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that is it. That's kind of it, I guess. Going forward, like, I just want to do more content. I'm gonna try to be streaming, like, I'm in school, so probably like Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be the only times I could stream. I'm trying to do like daily TikToks, random stuff. Like, I don't know, if you want to know anything, just like ask. I'll try to reply. I should reply. I don't know why I wouldn't. As long as it's not like too weird. But I do want to be more open, so I probably will be replying. Yeah, I guess sum it up. I'm back. I needed to grow, and I hopefully will be back in the league. So thank you for the support. Peace.